After a long winter, hundreds rushed to the Attleboro Arts Museum last week in anticipation of the spring weather. The museum held its annual flower show exhibit last week for all to enjoy. This year's show was called Rainforest, a Canopy of Color. The show featured 138 pieces of art, all touching on different aspects of the rainforest. Museum Director Mim Fawcett shared with us a little bit about this year's show success.
I'm Mim Fawcett, the Executive Director at the Attleboro Arts Museum. I am coming to you from the Attleboro Gallery for our flower show. We are so pleased to bring spring to the Attleboro area this year. The best advertising for the flower show this year, without a doubt, was the weather. We're doing our part here creatively to bring some color into everybody's world. The theme this year is a great one, and it is Rainforest Canopy of Color. So I am standing in the middle of the rainforest right now. The magic of the flower show extends in many ways, not only showing us natural materials and plants and flowers, but also it is one of the museum's largest fundraisers, but also a very community-based event. There is something incredibly compelling about looking at beautiful artwork about nature, looking at flowers, plants, and then just having a great time celebrating the great outdoors indoors. The museum is transformed for this event. Downstairs, we have our Funky Monkey Cafe, and that is sponsored by the Rotary Club, catered by Moorins. We also have a plant sale from the Garden to Table program at Attleboro High School, so the students are running that, and they've grown all of the plants that are there. We have a beautiful flower arranging competition from individuals who have created bird of paradise tails made of live and dried flowers, and we have 8 or 9 of those on display. That's part of our People's Choice Award. When you come upstairs, it is a jungle in here. Vines or recycled hoses that you see on the ceiling, and those were put together by one of our flower show co-chairs, Sarah Mott. Wednesday night, we broke records in the gift shop. Yesterday was phenomenal for the first day. We have 138 works of art that are all themed around nature. It's a great event, really, really fun for everyone. I'm standing right in front of our Wild Women display that is sponsored by Harbor One Bank. And Wild Women was inspired by an exhibition that I saw last year at the Rhode Island Flower Show. They had, as part of their flower arranging competition, gowns that were made up of flowers. And that inspired us to make our own for this flower show. Planning for the flower show starts as soon as this flower show ends. It really does take a year to get the theme out, get the community involved, get the vendors ready. Also, from a practical standpoint, if people are going to force bulbs or to have any of the plantings prepared, they need to know as much in advance as possible regarding the theme and their space. We have been thinking about the 20th anniversary of the flower show and what we can do. We are discussing themes. One of the staff members has already proposed a really interesting theme that ties into the anniversary. I won't disclose anything yet because it's not official, and it's nice to keep people excited about it, but there will be some very serious talks about next year's theme.
We are standing in front of a very interesting display.
This is our donor sponsor wall. The museum likes to have a wall like this so that anybody can perhaps make a minor donation and get a creature off this wall. Now this is the rainforest year, so we have rainforest creatures. So everything from the low creatures in the pond, we have frogs, we have parrots, butterflies, some really creative monkeys that are all over the place. You buy a creature, they come in different price points.
This is really a wonderful idea. As you go up the wall, they might increase a little bit in price. So what is this actually sponsoring? Is it the flower show or the museum itself?
It sponsors the museum itself, but it helps fund the flower show for sure. Yeah, this is our biggest fundraising event for the museum. It's an important event for us. Museum is open to everybody. It's a free place to come to see art. We have many, many exhibits throughout the year. Sarah Mott does all of these creatures with a crew of people that she works with. Those are all special glazes that Sarah has learned how to do through her craft. I'm an artist here, but I'm a trustee, but I do the background. So I see what she's going to have, and then they let me just have a great old time.
This is ongoing.
Yes.
You're always looking for sponsors. How would they do that?
They can either do that online or come on and visit us here at the museum. A fish could be something as low as $5. The larger ones, the funky monkeys, they're $100. Again, they go towards the museum. They can go online and click on our sponsor form. You can come to the museum and just do it in person.
These will probably be on sale at the gift store throughout the year, not just for this event.
If there's anything left, we often sell out, so I hope people come out and buy these great guys. I always have a few in my house.
So today at the Children's Corner, we are planting pole bean seeds and showing kids what a seed needs to grow. We are making butterfly puppets, tropical butterflies that go with our rainforest theme, and we've also got hand-drawn coloring sheets to keep the kids occupied and busy while moms and dads and grandparents can look around at all the greenery.
So spring is finally coming. Kim, you got to tell me what this exhibit's all about.
Well, we're doing another miniature garden this year. This year the theme is rainforest, so I'm doing a miniature rainforest, and the idea is that the people will see the process during the 4 days. So I started off yesterday, and so now this is day 2, so we're coming along. So most of it, the basics are done, and now the details are going to get in here. But in the meanwhile, the kids get to do their own little mini rainforest to take home.